Sponsored by War Thunder. Hello there. Do you know what I love even more than impossibly difficult and painful challenges? Secret nations. In the latest DLC, Xinjiang has gained a secret breakaway country that, while it might look small and puny, actually has tons of potential because of this. Cavalry bonuses. So can I take this secret tiny steppe country and reconquer China, all while using cavalry only? Like the video and subscribe to find out. Everyone who doesn't subscribe, I will personally Mongol. Alright, here we are. A secret nation. Except we have to start as Xinjiang, because for some reason Xinjiang has a secret nation that we can erupt out through our focuses. Sorry, Sheng Shike, who's looking the wrong direction, it seems. We're gonna leave you behind. With this focus, march into Khotan will cause a Kumul rebellion. And we actually have two paths to get that. We can get some small bonuses over here and it's a little faster, or we can cooperate with the USSR and get some equipment. It takes a little bit longer, but it also means that when we eventually capitulate, myself will get more guns. So we're going to do this one. Also, there's some lovely resources here. So we're going to do this. We're just going to try and build a single mill in this province because this is the one we'll start with, and do some pretty standard research. So I'm actually going to get weapons 1 first because I am going to have enough time to be able to research this, and it would be good to start with weapons 1. Now, not only is this a secret nation video, but it's also a cavalry only video because there are some unique, interesting cavalry bonuses I want to explore, but we'll be doing that only when we are the new nation. Xinjiang is not cool enough. They have to have the Juntuan, these nerdy little units. Look at them, they're terrible. We're going to have a lot of problems with dealing with China because there's a lot of tiny bits of China all over the place. And there's also going to be Japan, so we really do need to think about how we're going to both overcome and maybe become China and resist the Japanese incursion. There are multiple paths to do this, but we'll take a look once it's available to us. Do the leading up events for the Xi'an incident. We're just going to ignore that. We don't care about China. Go away. We are delaying our start a little bit because I do want to get the 2 extra civies and I want to get the 35 oil. So we're going to be a little bit behind schedule, but it's worth it to get the extra factories. There's the Anguang incident in Guangdong, but again, we just don't care about that. Now we're just going to rush down 2 more 70-day focuses. There we go. The march into Khotan. This actually starts a war directly with Khotan Ma, but it causes the Kumul rebellion and we can then swap to the new secret nation, the Kumul Khanate. One day I'm going to remember that you now no longer get to keep the research of the country you split from. What a waste of time. Oops! I just gave my enemy weapons 1. We start in a pretty precarious situation with a couple cavalry and a few Kumilik militia. So not very powerful, but we do start with Yilbaz Khan, who has 12% cavalry attack for his stats. And as a leader, he also gives an additional 10% cavalry attack on its own. So we're just going to assign him directly to that. And then we're just going to go absolutely crazy and see about trying to rush down Xinjiang. The joy here is that they are fighting Khotan Ma, and I'm not, so they should be pretty distracted. We're also just going to convert everybody to the Uyghur regiments and be properly cavalry only. Oh, and that's also the start of the Chinese United Front. Oh dear. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of sneak around and bait out the enemy forces. We're going to retreat this unit here so they push in and try to go around and get the capital. And now that we have the capital, we can actually straight away do victory in Tiwa, which is really interesting. You think it would require you to capitulate Xinjiang, but it doesn't, because it gives you cores and everything, so it's just only a good thing to get. Yes, abandon your second capital. Beautiful. And there we go, simple as. You get the equipment they had stored up, and you eat them. Basically a month-long civil war, and now we're the Kumul Khanate. And then a quick foray into Khotan Ma. Not too hard. There is a fair amount of troops that we have to circumnavigate, but we should be fine. Let's quickly encircle 1, hold on the capital, and try to push it. Just got to be really sneaky, and the cavalry really help because it means you move way faster. And when you have more divisions than the enemy, you can just do the wonderful trick of having 1 attack them just to pin them so they can't build entrenchment, while your 2 other ones build up planning bonus. Oh, planning bonus. I love you. On, die. So close to death. I have like no supply. Force attack. We're being memers. Ah, there we go. Thank goodness. Okay, and this is going to be our state for a little while. We are the Kumul Khanate, essentially a cooler Mongol horde. We can restore Yetisha and get even more bonuses like extra division attack and defense, and more importantly, weekly manpower. Look at that, 500 weekly manpower, plus coring everything, which is pretty nice. Okay, now we have a significant choice. We have 3 paths we can go down to try to challenge China for control of China. We can go opposition and proclaim a rival government. It takes a little while to get all the way down the focuses, and you end up getting a few puppets and still having to fight China. You could cooperate with the communists, but then you just just become the communists. You don't annex them, you become them. And you actually lose your ruler, which is really lame. So the best one is to cooperate with the nationalists. And by doing this, you can either fight them for it and try to steal all the puppets and then have to declare war on them, or you can try to join the Republican government and see about helping China defeat Japan. But let's go down the nationalist path for now. And all the meanwhile, we're also going to be preparing and trying to build up at least somewhat and get as many cavalry divisions as we can. And there's Japan's invasion, setting off a bit of a timer for us. They've invaded every single one of the tiny little powers in China. We're just gonna sit quietly for a little bit because we're not ready. Eternal choice: root out corruption to get more political power, or get a permanent consumer goods factor minus 40%. I would normally do the consumer goods, but I really need land reform because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to build any factories, so we have to go root out corruption. And now it's our choice. I'm gonna go for the battle for China. This is going to allow us to steal 1 billion puppets from everybody. So let's give it a go. I would really like to get Sichuan clique and Xinghai Ma. So let's see if we can do this. Getting 80 relation makes it a lot more likely. So we're going to spend a lot of PP trying to get as much relation as possible with these really valuable states. And now let's give it a go. We're going to try and rally the warlords. There is a random chance that each of the individual Chinese minor states will become my puppet. And when they do, they are thrust from the war and Japan will not be able to attack them. If I can get the majority, I can get a lot of advantage against big China. It's also important to wait until Shandong has been annexed because otherwise I found that Shandong almost always joins me for some reason, and then Japan always loses the war because they get such a tiny front line and they can't go into the open plains. But now that Shandong is gone, Japan can dominate China. Oh, and can't forget to import some coal. I was completely out of it. That's gonna pretty much double my production efficiency for infantry equipment because I don't really have any resources except for the oil that I got through focuses. And there it is. Let's see how many submitted. Is it all of them? It is. We got every single Chinese miner. Everyone except Guangdong clique. Oh my god. But first, a quick message from this video sponsor. Sponsored by War Thunder. Alright now, men. You've learned plenty of great things about how to be a soldier from this training video. How to keep your gun clean, who's got one ball, who's got none at all. But behind this door is the most important combat training simulator ever created. You might see some things that scare you, horrify you, maybe even terrify you, but it could be good fun. Oh, quick note about air cover. If you see a silver airplane, that's an American. And if you see a green plane, that's British. And if you see no planes, that's the Luftwaffe. All right, you ready? Good luck. War Thunder is the vehicular combat game, a completely free online multiplayer experience with more tanks, planes, and ships of the 10 major nations than you can even imagine. Fight incredible battles with intricately detailed vehicles, sound effects, and graphics with over 95 million players. With sophisticated vehicle damage modeling, loads of different game modes, and massively in-depth customization, there really is nothing quite like it. It's all about the beautifully articulated designs of the tanks for me, especially in the X-ray view to see every little detail perfectly. Play completely free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, and now even on mobile with the all-new mobile War Thunder, using my links in the description below to get the massive bonus packs for new and returning players on PC and consoles, with 7 days of premium account, 100,000 silver lions, and an exclusive vehicle decorator, Eagle of Valor, for a limited time only. Now Japan is just fighting communist China, and I got pretty much everything else. I just didn't get Guangdong clique, which is a bit annoying. I wonder why. This means that China is basically worthless and I am incredibly powerful. Now, I have no direct way to annex them, unfortunately, other than just through working towards them, making them integrated puppets. So I'm gonna have to just utilize them as puppets for a little while. And because they are only regular puppets, because I am non-aligned, I don't get their factories, which is unpleasant. But I do get subject manpower, so I can recruit a bunch of divisions from them. Like this, yes, one of them, Shanxi, does have a cavalry template. Perfect. Incredible. So I'm just going to be copying these massively. And now we do have a bit of a choice because we could theoretically just try and attack China. They are absurdly weak. The issue is we would be competing with Japan for attempted dominance. But now Japan only has access to China here. They've just gotten completely encircled and a bunch of their troops now have to retreat. Oh, I may have just destroyed the Japanese army. They're going to retreat into this tile, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Dozens of Japanese divisions are about to be deleted. Honestly, I think Japan is about to really crush China. So let's just do it. Let's just divide China between us. Let's invade them right now. We got a war goal from our focus tree of new expedition. Let's go. Japan is dominating them, and it looks like a big pile of Chinese forces are stuck over here. So let's just go, right? Let's do it. Call our allies, which weirdly doesn't call all our puppets. So we have to call them all one by one, which is a bit annoying. Okay, we're slowly grinding forward. Got stuck in the mountains a little bit, and I got a non-aggression pact with Japan. This is going to mean that we can delay fighting them for a little bit. Now we just got to get as much war score as possible and try to dominate China before they completely capitulate. Nanjing has fallen. Very nice. We're getting close to their backup capitals. Yunnan's expanding nicely. We just need as much war score as we can get. Obviously, Japan is going to get a lot of it. I'm going to be cheeky and request forces from my puppet. I'm only going to use the ones that are cavalry, because remember, this is a cavalry-only video, so I'll give them back if they are not cavalry, but I'll take the rest. I'm very sorry to you Chinese viewers who are watching this, as I am just being diabolical and annihilating China. Like, so duplicitous, isn't it? Oh, look how many people they're being attacked by. Come on, China. We've lost Guanxi Clique, unfortunately, but we can do this. They're dying slowly. Our war score is very low, unfortunately. I think we just need to start grinding ourselves into them and try and get as much war score as possible. Oh, man, China's literally about to capitulate. Oh, my God. Let's go. Come on, can we do the killing blow? And there it is. China is dead. Oh my God, that's a lot. Behold, the peace deal with China. Though, yes, China does still, for some reason, exist. Wait, I'm sorry, what? They puppeted China and kept Chiang Kai-shek as the leader. All right, sure. But we got a nice big chunk of territory, lots of little factories. This makes us basically China, let's be honest. And now we have the capacity to really build up. We're going to have to fight China again. With our glorious puppet army, I think our broad plan right now is just build up a little while and wait for Japan to go crazy and invade the East Indies. And when they're all stuck in with that, we might try and reclaim China for ourselves. Remember, they still have corruption in the armed forces, and they're not going to be able to get a lot of XP. So it's going to prove difficult for them to get rid of it. This might be the strangest and stupidest challenge I've ever done, because though we are pretty powerful on land and we have a lot of puppets, we're still very, very weak. We don't have a ton of manpower, but I am getting 500 per week. I'm going to try and stay on local police force to get as much compliance growth as possible. Every 100 days, I'll get 5%, just so I can get some more factories from the territory that I've got. And we just need to wait for the allies to get stuck in with Japan. Once they're distracted handling the East Indies and fighting Burma and everything, we can go crazy. Oh God, they just canceled the non-aggression pact with us. They might be moving on us first. Oh no. We're also going to keep recruiting and using our puppets' forces as the primary, and we might consider trying to get some artillery together as well. Oh, looks like my puppets have run out of manpower. How very annoying. Damn. That's a problem. Not all of them have cavalry units. Curses. For some reason, my capital hub is over here instead of in my capital, which is here. Why? That's very annoying. I'm to also work on our doctrines. We have mass assault currently because, you know, we're China, but I think we are instead going to need to go to mobile warfare for Orglos when moving, because that's really the main advantage we're looking for. And there are actually some good bonuses we can get once we get back up to 100 XP. Oh, I see the issue here. There actually is a reorganized national China under Sun Jiang, supposed to be Wang Jiwei, and Japan is supposed to get a decision that gives them all of their currently occupied Chinese territories, because then that way it goes to them, and then in the peace deal, they occupy it as like a puppet. Instead, they just made another puppet. Imagine Chiang Kai-shek losing the war to Japan, and then just staying president of China. Just for fun. I'll also be your puppet though, no worries. Ignore the fact that I've lost half of China to some weird Mongolian horde with a very nice beard. Uh-oh, it's me. Oh, Japan's actually attacked me. The AI is getting a lot better. I'm glad I was just starting to move troops onto the border, but oh, that's really bad for me. I'll call in my puppets to arms, whom are not currently on the border with Japan. So I won't call in Shanxi. So then maybe I could just focus everything to here. Oh, never mind. They just declared war on Shanxi anyway. Whoops, that's not so good. Oh, God. It's going to be a very extreme game of micro, trying to hold against the Japanese now. Oh, boy. I think this calls for total mobilization. I think it does. Oh, well, look, there's still a bunch of encircled troops in this little pocket here because they, for some reason, really wanted this bit of coal. I'm going to be able to just annihilate this. Oh man, that was stupid. Why am I not allowed to just draw it on these two tiles? Why does it have to go all the way around? Stop. Very annoying. Need steel from the Soviets. We have almost nothing. Please. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a war in Europe. Oh yeah. I'm sure this is how the Chinese felt in real life. Oh man, this is torture. This is really, really hard. There's so many Japanese here. We've already lost one of our countries. China is somehow already towards capitulation, which is interesting. And they only have like 4 divisions. Oh, that's interesting. If I were to take Nanjing, could I like capitulate them and encircle all of Japanese forces? I'd like that. Oh, now you make the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. I could have tried to join it earlier if you did it properly. Oh, and they've actually given all the territory to the correct China under Sun Jiang. Okay, interesting. So there are now 2 Chinas, though I guess really I'm also a China, so really there's 3? Not sure. I just realized they're about to steal all of this from Vichy France, and so Yunnan's going to be destroyed. Oh, come on. At least we can do small encirclements, because we do have cavalry. We're very fast. We just can't do much else. It's going to be fine. We just have to hold. There's so much here we have to defend. If we can wait a year, America will save us, right? If I can just finish off this encirclement, I can then start to reinforce all of these areas, but it's so weak. We're losing territory everywhere. And finally, grab our very first bit of doctrine. And obviously, we do need to get the mounted infantry. The only thing that makes this possible, though it mainly gives advantages to things like cavalry recon, the very first thing is extra defense and breakthrough for mounted infantry, which is incredible. And then you get more org. Some really good bonuses here. Hard attack and piercing later on. Extra max speed. What? I want that. Yeah, we have to get this. Let's go. Oh, yes. Thank you, puppets. Please support me. I have such little equipment. Forgot to get the advisor. How annoying. I wasted my XP, but now it actually still applies to the mastery gain. So the cost for it should be reduced, I think, right? It should be faster to get it. Please. We've managed to take 2 supply hubs in Xi'an and Yan'an. I'm not sure. By basically just going around them, and I've managed to encircle a couple divisions, and I've lost Xi'an. Okay. Where did you come from? Oh my god. It's all about the supply hubs. If I can control these, then they're not going to have any supply, and they're just going to die. Like, there's no supply hubs in the south, so the more time Japanese troops just stand here attritioning, the better. But if we lose Chongqing, we lose everything. Maybe I should build some forts or something. Oh god, that's a lot of forces gearing up to take Chongqing. Those are like the entirety of the tanks in Japan. Please, keep attritioning. They have no supply. I've just realized that I have not been making RT or support equipment factories because I've lost so much land, meaning I lost those factories and it took them off. I should have had them at the top. Oh no. We have so much PP spare, I might as well send an attaché, try to get some of their mastery, army experience, you know, just try. Really would like to get to this point at some point. Okay, Japan, yes, please encircle yourself. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, go right ahead. Weirdly, my puppets are doing surprisingly good work over in the north against the Mongol United Autonomous States. Over in the south, we're holding... Oh, god damn it. My encirclement! Wait, no, you've exposed yourself. Yes, good. Never expose yourself. You might end up on lists. The new AI pathway system of, like, grouping up units for the purpose of trying to do cool pushes does work, but it also tends to leave them pretty exposed. They're a little too eager. We are actually making some advances. We're pushing very, very slightly. Just bits where they're very weak and they're repositioning. Look at that, 103% attrition. No wonder they want to get the hell out of here. But I have supply. Oh, whoa, they just gave all of this to the other China. Oh, wow. They consolidated all into Sun Jiang. Wow, okay. Sorry, Chiang Kai-shek. Surprised they didn't do that earlier, actually. Sadly, we're now completely out of our focus tree. The Chinese miners do not have an amazing focus tree. It's kind of it. Maybe we'll suppress subjects, try and reduce their autonomy a bit. Yes! Defense and breakthrough, finally. Oh god, they've just taken the first chunk of Tongking. No. This means that they're about to gain all of this in another decision. We need to have some troops ready because otherwise they're going to just encircle the crap out of us. Stop it! Luckily, we're pushing. I'm trying to go to Riverline so I can reallocate some forces and maybe... Oh, what if we could take this? We would have so much rubber. We can finally get a cavalry specialist. Yes, that extra 5% defense is going to make such a difference. Okay, there's a lot of forces here. They are attacking me in the south and in the north. We're starting to fall back again. Come on, guys. We just got to hold out till December. December, they should do the attacks. America will save us. Okay, they've completely pulled off of this. What are you doing? Okay, go. The AI is just repositioning, constantly attacking in the north and the south, but I'm fine with it because it just means I can do this and go crazy. Another doctrine. We're going to go for operations. Some really powerful bonuses in here, but only 2 of them really do anything for cavalry. Guerrilla War gives us extra equipment capture ratio and a whole bunch of really, really good bonuses, which is nice, but I think infiltration tactics is going to be better for us. If we have cavalry recon detachment, it gives all of our battalions 10% more soft attack, and we get more flat, breakthrough, and org from the army bonuses. Plus, org loss when moving, supply consumption, land night attack. This is, I think, the strongest one for us. Oh god, they fully demanded Indochina and puppeted all of them. No, that's the most efficient thing for them to do. Because they're going to make their own troops and provide equipment and manpower. That's really bad. Yunnan is not long for this world. Come on, please just invade people. Oh god, and Siam's gonna join. 20 more divisions. Please help me. Yep, here comes Siam. That's not good. Okay, we just gotta hold out and able to slap in some anti-air. It's not the most amazing thing, but it's gonna help reduce any Japanese air advantage and, you know, a little bit of stats here and there. Oh, yes, finally. Japan just attacked the Dutch East Indies. Oh my god, it's over. This is so fantastic. This is gonna plummet them into war with the Allies. Yes! Come on, just attack the Allies. Yes. Okay, now it's time for the real strategy because we are gonna join the Allies. Yes! Which is just gonna be obscenely good because it's gonna mean that all of Allied forces can rush from Raj and Burma to Yunnan. This is fan-freaking-tastic. Let's go. This was entirely what I was waiting for. We are not going to join in the war against the Germans, however. We're just going to ignore that. I don't want to have to deal with that. But it means that the Allies will defend us. Come on, India. Get stuck in. And there's the US. Can you imagine Japan declaring war on the US when they're fighting the Allies and also a sort of mini China? Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Yes, here come Free French and British Raj forces. Anyone else? Yes. Oh, look at all the forces on their way to help me. Oh, yeah. You're done, Japan. Sadly, Malaya has been completely taken, as has this massive island, but there's a big pile of US divisions now that should begin defending everything. Oh god, even the Philippines. Come on, boys, you can hold. Oh, and Finland died again. Seriously, every time Finland dies, it's just depressing. I'm not sure this is the naval invasion that we're really looking for, guys. Could you maybe do a little better, please? Also, they've yet to take Hong Kong. American and British forces are actually pushing out. That's fantastic. Keep them distracted. We also can't really do any more pushing because we're sort of trapped now. Their lines are just too strong and they've got too much equipment. I've got 20,000 infantry equipment saved up, but like, I just don't think I have the ability to push much because they're quite strong. For some reason, I can assign the new faction goal. I only have 5% control over the Allies. Why do I get this as a choice? Yeah, throw out the invaders. I do really like the whole goal system for factions. I think it's really nice. And this one is literally just build more air bases in Malta, and they haven't done it. Guys, please just build things. And also a bunch of British troops have been encircled in North Africa. Okay, I'm looking away. I'm looking away. Wait, there's a Burmese civil war? Oh god, this is new. Bao Mao, no. No, please. Oh, that's gonna destroy so much. Oh, wait, that's gonna hit my puppet. Okay, let's try to defend that. Yes, max speed bonus for our cavalry. Does it make us fast? Yes, we're 8.4 kilometers now. Very cool. I really like this change. That is such a cool speed increase. Unfortunately, a different India has just popped out as well. We are kind of stalemated. There we go. Finally expanding into China. Time to do some encirclements. Screw you, bad China. Your Tisher China is on its way. I'm so freaking fast. I'm just riding across all of China. I feel like a Mongol horde. Because remember, we're at 8.4 kilometers from doctrines. Okay, damn, the Allies are just incredible. They're just giving me tens of thousands of infantry equipment. Unfortunately, I don't have any convoys, but I appreciate it. Oh dear, they're full of Moscow. That's not good, because if they win, they'll be on my borders. Oh no. Allies, help me. This whole war is just absolute chaos. There's fighting on every front. The Soviets are getting absolutely wrecked. I'm only just now liberating China, but then they're pushing west. It's hell, man. I gotta get to Korea. Japan just attacked the Soviets. My guy, this was not the right time. You are being utterly destroyed. Well, the cavalry only definitely worked. All of China is ours. Now we must wait for the Americans to arrive and help us invade Japan. I am not touching Germany. There we go. About time. It only took until 1947. God damn, finally. Well, what an incredibly depressing peace deal. I was allowed to take the lands of China, which is great, and bits of Indochina, but most of it was just liberated. No one even took it. I wasn't allowed to take it. That is just so damn rude. What? Japan is free. No one took Japan, but they've joined the Axis. I didn't even get a notification. They just popped out and joined the Axis. They're still at war with them, surely. You've just made it so you have to invade them again. Nice job, idiot. Well, you know what? They can have fun with it. I've just realized that we can actually do power struggle, which gives us the focus tree of nationalist China and cores everything. Unfortunately, this does remove our cavalry bonuses, but hey, gotta give it a try. And there we are. We are now true China, giving us the whole focus tree of China, which is really quite broken because there's so many things that you get. Like, I get army reform, but I don't have a bad army. And then you can go down the realm of like attacking Mongolia. We're pushing into Manchuria, but we've already done that. But I think we can safely say this is a victory. Cavalry only. My 20 wits rule the day. I was hoping I could maybe get like land cruisers, but honestly, it just became an attritional pushing war. Germany is still fighting the entire world except for me. me, but we in China, we're just gonna stay quiet. Thank you very much for watching. Do be sure to leave a like and a comment down below suggesting what you'd like to see in the future. And thank you to all the YouTube members and patrons who so wonderfully support this channel and whose names you will see shortly. Bye-bye. Thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use my links in the description to sign up with new and returning players on PC and console, getting the exclusive Eagle of Valor Decorator, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium.